What's going on, everybody? Monday Night Football, and boy, do we have a good game here. We got the Ravens versus the Lions. I believe they are in Baltimore. We got a 4.5 point spread. We got an over/under of 53.5. We got a really good game, but before we dive in, look at that season total. Look at the daily change. That is what we made on Sunday. 4 units up on Sunday. Huge, huge slate there. Bounce us back. We're now up over 1 unit on the season. Definitely doing good. And then we got to talk about these special teams. I mean, how 9 blocked field goals, 5 blocked punts. I mean, this is just getting insane. The Ravens or the Eagles and the Rams game, there was 3 blocked field goal attempts. That's like, what is going on with these special teams? That shouldn't be happening. I said it before. The Eagles will probably drop that game. They should have. 2 seconds left. They kick a 37-yard field goal for the Rams. You should lose. They block it. They turn it back for a touchdown. That's just an insane play is there. But without further ado, we're up 1.6, trying to continue that on. Ravens versus Lions. Kicking it off with our game prediction. Taking the Ravens or a game line bet. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Prediction bet. Ravens minus 3.5 for the first half. Ravens came out, put up a ton of points on the Bills in the first half. They came out, put up a ton of points on the Browns in the first half. Their first halves, they've scored 40 in the versus the Bills and 41 versus the Browns. They've scored 61 of those in the first half. So they are a first half team. They're going to come out swinging. Lions defense, likely taking a step back, realizing the rush, Derrick Henry, Lamar, and then starting to figure things out in the second half. We may be looking at the Lions team that put up 6 points against Green Bay. We saw them play the Browns and put up 50. I don't think anybody's really, was it the Browns or the Bears? No, I can't remember. It was the Bears because the Ravens played the Browns. Either way, we haven't seen this Lions team go up against a good opponent and put up half. And put up some insane numbers. I'm not saying Ravens defense is top tier by any means, but they're better than the Bears. We can all agree on that. We haven't seen them come up and put some points down on a good defense. Best defense they've seen is Green Bay, 6 points. And I don't know if I'm really ready to back the Lions against a good defense here. And then Lions are going to try to run in the beginning. The Ravens are actually one of the top teams in the run defense and in the pass rush. It's just their secondary that really kills them. I think in the beginning, you're seeing a little slower Lions offense, still trying to get Jahmyr Gibbs his touches, still trying to get David Montgomery his touches. They're running, they're methodical. Then you start seeing, in the second half, they're probably going to be down a little bit. You start seeing Dan Campbell go, okay, start slinging it. And then you see the pass game. You really could start seeing this game get out of control. But first half, I like the Ravens to be up, 4 points. I can definitely see that. Next, Jahmyr Gibbs, superstar player. I really hope he gets going. Taking the under on this game, though. I think the Ravens are going to come out, drop those points in the first half. The Lions are going to be down. Like I said before, this is actually a very good run defense in the Lions team. And Gibbs, generally a 1 to 2 catches a game as a check down. Not really somebody who's a true receiving threat or receiving back. Obviously, he has the ability to. We've seen him break off some passes, some screens. But typically, he's getting 1 to 2 a game for, a total of 20 yards. That's generally what Gibbs does. And they actually have, he averages 75 rush and receiving yards so far this year. And with a decent, run defense in the Ravens, I don't know if he's really going to hit 15 yards on top of his average so far. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm actually going to stick, Gibbs under 87.5 rushing and receiving. Don't take his under rushing. I think he might get over 50 rushing yards. That's what his rush yards is at, 55, I think. But even so, rushing and receiving. Next up, we got Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Going all Lions here. I just realized that. Over 71.5 receiving yards. This kind of plays the exact opposite of Gibbs. I expect Goff to have to throw. I expect him to take advantage of this, a little bit weaker secondary in the Ravens. And his number one guy by far, nobody's even really in competition, is Amon-Ra St. Brown. I expect, with a weak secondary, nobody defensively really matches up against St. Brown here. And I think Goff and St. Brown are going to be able to connect for quite a bit in this game. He averages 85 yards per game so far. I know it's only through week 2, but it's a little bit of statistics this year. You can still see how Goff goes to his main guy. And like I said before, Goff, he's one to sling. He averages 270 yards in the air. His number one target is going to be open and going to get open today with that weak Ravens secondary. I expect Goff, he throws for 270. Probably about 100 goes to Amon-Ra here. Next up, taking another receiver. This one's a little interesting. Isaac Tesla. I don't know. He's got like weird capitals in his name, and I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that, but it looks like Tesla. So Isaac Tesla, over 16.5 receiving yards. Very similar to what I just said for Amon-Ra. Weak Ravens secondary. Goff loves to throw. But with that said, Tesla has caught 2 passes so far this year. They've both been for 20 yards, and they both were in huge moments. They were a 4th down conversion, and then actually they were both 4th down conversions. 4th down conversions and a touchdown with the Bears that gave them their first touchdown there. So I think he's starting to trust Tesla a little bit. He's making some wild catches, in the end, out of bounds, as time expires. He's converting 4th downs. He's running his routes correctly. I think we start to see Goff, give him a couple more looks, maybe targeting him instead of once or twice a game, go up to, 3 to 5 times a game. Obviously, there is a lot of mouths to feed on this Lions offense. It's tough to take, quite a few of them. But even if he gets his one catch for 20 yards like he's been doing the first 2 games, he hits this. 16.5, that's 1 catch for Tesla. He likes to run those longer routes. He definitely gets open on those sidelines, and I think Goff is trusting him more and more. Next, we got a little interesting. We have a half unit play. The over-under on this game is 53.5. I'm bumping that down to 49.5, and I'm putting half a unit there. We may get the Lions offense that put up 6 points against the Packers. We haven't seen them against a good defense in a playoff setting game. The Bears, everybody knew the Bears were going to lose. Everybody expected the Lions to throttle them, and that's what happened. Now, the Packers game, we didn't know what was going to happen. They looked terrible. This Ravens team expected to beat them, have a little better defense than the Bears. We don't know how that offense looks, against a decent opponent yet. Obviously, it's week 3, not week 1, but last time they played a good defense, it didn't look good. Now, we may also get a very good Lions defense. The Lions has some components. They have the ability to really get this game, a low scoring game. They can hold that Ravens defense or that Ravens offense in the run game. Guard Henry, you spy Lamar, you force him to throw. Obviously, Lamar is a great quarterback, but his weaker version of the game is throwing. He can scramble, he can run. He's got Henry, which really draws him, opens up his playbook. But if there's any way you're going to beat the Ravens, it's by forcing Lamar to pass. Always, keeping that run game short, keeping that, not letting Henry get going, forcing him to pass. Obviously, they can beat you in the air. I'm not saying they can't, but that's the way you're going to have to beat this Ravens team. We may see 2 high-powered offenses get stopped tonight with 2 very good defenses. The attitude that Detroit has with the decent run stop of the Ravens, neither one of these teams want to go 1-2 to start the year. I think they're both going to, put on a pretty good defensive performance, pretty good special team performance, because apparently that's a big deal now. We're getting special team problems all over the place. Muff punts, blocked field goals, missed field goals. I mean, what? Special teams is pissing me off, but it's besides the point. We may get a very good defense. I mean, I could see both these teams ending in the 20s. A 24, 21-24 game. We're looking under 50. I like sprinkling a little bit on the under half unit play, though. Don't know if I love putting a full unit on there. Up to you, but that is our game predictions, 3-player props, and then our plus play on a half unit. Appreciate you guys for watching. Until next time.